Hey everybody, it's Sean again from S&LReptiles. Just doing a quick update video again of the four babies that I had hatch out a few months ago, 6 months or so. I know I haven't put up a video in a little bit, but I wanted to do an update of them so you can see as to what's going on. And I got a couple of questions for you guys as well, so if you can answer them for me to the best of your knowledge, it would help me out quite a bit. First off is that that really pretty normal male that I got, again, with that high yellows and stuff up the back. Big question I guess I have for you guys on this guy here is the fact that I am having a terribly hard time getting him to eat, along with the pastel that's in that middle tub there. I know a lot of people usually go with the African soft-furred and they try those because that's what they eat in the wild. I heard that they aren't legal actually to own anymore in New Hampshire. The only way that these guys really eat is by assist feeding, and I really don't like having to do that all the time just because it's a lot of stress and stuff on them. But, you know, hasn't put on really too much weight, probably about 80 grams or so from when he hatched out at about 60, 65. So he's put on a little bit of weight, which is okay. Definitely not losing weight, so that's a good sign. But you'll see, compared to the other two that are eating really well for me, it's a lot smaller than where he definitely could be. So if you guys have any suggestions as to help to kind of get him to eat, or if there's something else that he could possibly eat just to kind of get him on feeding, that would be huge and that would help out quite a bit. Overall though, still a really good specimen, looking really cool. I'm still really happy with this one. Got a couple people interested in buying them. The only thing is I personally don't feel comfortable selling them if they're not eating as well as they could be. So that there is the male normal that you guys have seen a few times now before. This here is my pastel. Again, same kind of issue. Not really eating as well as he could be. Was doing okay with the assist feeding. Now I try to assist feed and he doesn't want anything to do with it and just starts thrashing around, and I really don't want to result in force feeding if I don't have to. I know how to do it and I've done it a few times, and it usually holds down and usually works. I just don't want to have to do it if I don't have to. But if, again, any suggestions on how to get these guys eating would be highly appreciated and would help me out quite a bit. You know, if you leave a comment or anything with something that helps me out, I'll do a shout out for you guys in the next video around. Big help overall if you guys can help me out. Now we'll move over to the two that have been eating really well for me, and you'll see size-wise how big of a difference it is. This is my spider male. Deep in shed right now. Knocked over the water bowl, of course. But you can see size-wise, that is a lot bigger than the pastel and the normal. I'll even put the pastel in here, actually, so you can compare even a little bit better. You know, these two are clutch mates. Came from the same clutch. The spider just eats anything and everything I put in there, whenever I put it in there. The pastel will only allow me to put in assist feed, maybe a pinky every couple weeks. It's really not much compared to this guy here is pounding down rat pups every couple days, twice a week. So he's doing very well. He's in shed again. He's already shed 4 or 5 times, I believe, for me. But you can see size-wise, he's doing a really good job. I gotta clean this out again. I just cleaned out all my stuff. Figured I'd do a video, and now I'm, of course, dumping over water bowls. But I'll clean this out real quick. Let me just put this down. Face it right toward the spider. You can check them out. Okay. Alright, so that there's a spider. You can see obviously his eyes right there. He's deep in shed. But he's pounding down anything and everything I put in there. He's really doing a killer job. Reason why I'm able to feed everything as much as I was able to is a buddy of mine, Ricky, was actually breeding my rats and stuff for me. Ended up doing a killer job. Ended up probably getting 100 babies within a month and a half. But then his landlord ended up saying that he can't breed him anymore. So if you guys are in the Manchester, New Hampshire area and you want to breed my rats for me, there's a little bit of money to be made with it. You know, it helped me out quite a bit, but you can also make some money off of it, which is always nice. And just the overall experience of breeding animals and stuff, I've always enjoyed myself. This here is my holdback female normal. You can see again, she's really big, deep in shed again. You can see by the eyes. The holdback female and the spider here are both about 150 grams. They're huge since I just really started pumping them up the past couple months. If you compare them size-wise again, I'll put the normal male in here. You can see size-wise that female is huge in comparison to the male. Absolutely huge. Clutch mates, it's just the male isn't eating as well as he could be, and the female here is just pounding down food. She's deep in shed, so her colors aren't doing any justice for her as of right now. But her colors are usually phenomenal. Absolutely crazy colors usually with her. And I'll do an update video once she and the spider shed, so you can see their true colors and really see how they look. And I'll do the pinstripe that I bought, actually, because my last video I realized I just watched, and I realized that I didn't do an updated video of he wasn't in the video. So this is my male pinstripe. He's really starting to put on some good weight. I got him back maybe 7 or 8 months ago. Again, if you guys have been following my videos and stuff like that, I've said before that I'm not able to feed these things every week like I might, like a lot of breeders are able of doing, because I don't breed my own rats. So buying rats for these things on a weekly aspect for all 18 snakes or so that I have literally would cost me $80 to $100 a week, because I got a couple of big berms and a couple of big females that would pound down large rats. So I'm going to be getting into the whole rat breeding thing probably within a few months. There's going to be some changes happening, so I'll be able to actually do that, which will be nice. But this guy here, I got him about 7 or 8 months ago. He was probably about 80 to 100 grams. He's at 200 grams now and pounding down rat pups whenever I throw it in there. He'll eat anything and everything. And he is an overall really bright colored pinstripe. I'd like to possibly have him up to size, because he's already 200 grams now, have him to about 600 grams possibly by the end of the year, and possibly able to get some pinstripes and stuff for the 2014 season, which would be phenomenal. So that's him there. I have one more question for you guys that I want to ask you guys as well, and it's on my female, or my male actually here. I found out that this was a male. This was my first snake. A lot of you guys have seen this in some of my videos. His name is Kyrie now. I was trying to pair him up with another male because I thought he was a female, and they were thrashing around, and it just wasn't, something wasn't right. So I looked into it a little bit, and a friend of mine from Dave's Dragons actually said that it was possibly male and male. So I repopped her. Found out she was a he, as confusing as this whole thing might have been for you. But the coloring and stuff on her on him, I'm going to do this the whole video, on him is completely different than a lot of normals I've seen. Very reduced pattern, very high colors and stuff. I guess the big question that I'm asking you guys is if you think maybe he is something besides a normal. You know, that yellow and stuff right there, you can see is a lot higher than the sides. Really reduced pattern. The head is a lot lighter than what I've seen on a lot of normals and stuff before. Any feedback that you have on this would be phenomenal. Would really help me out quite a bit if you can just put in your insight. If everybody here thinks he's a normal, he's a normal. It's as simple as that. But if you guys think there's something else going on, definitely let me know. I'm possibly thinking about pairing him up with one of my other females, just to see if anything breeds out or proves out. But I'd like your guys' insight first off, if I could get that. So that's pretty much everything I have for you. I'm probably going to be making a full collection update video within the next day or two. So definitely check that out when I get that up. But so those are the few questions I got, and that's the update on the babies that I had. I'll show one more animal actually real quick. You guys have seen her before in my last video. She's paired up a bunch with my pastel. Now this is just a normal female. Nothing crazy with her, but you can see she is definitely glowing. Her head pattern is almost red. Definitely ready to go. I was palpating her yesterday. Felt probably 4 or 5 good-sized lumps, but she hasn't even done her pre-lay shed yet. So she's probably still got another few weeks in her before anything even happens. But definitely some updates. You know, I'll get another shot of her when I do my updated video of the collection. Again, thanks for the responses and stuff. And if you guys have any questions or you want to see any specific animals or see anything at all, leave comments and don't forget to like. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.